so much again for coming back to another recipe video. So today I'm going to show you how you can make your vegetable spinach with groundnut. So if you want to see how this recipe was made, just stay connected to the end of this vlog, okay? So for my long time subscribers, I really appreciate for all the love and support. Thank you so much for being there for me. So if this is your first time stopping by, my name is Josephine Kayatu. Please kindly hit that bell so anytime I upload new video, you will be the first person to receive it, okay? So let's dig into this video so we can see how this recipe was made. You can see on your screen I am using 2 plastic vegetable spinach, okay? But if you want to try this recipe at home, you can also use more than 2 plastic spinach, okay? But as for me, I am using 2 plastic spinach. So now I am going to make sure I wash it very good, and also after washing it, I'm going to rinse it very thoroughly, okay? Make sure you wash your vegetable spinach good and also rinse it very thoroughly, okay, if you want to try this recipe at home, okay? So I'm going to list all the ingredients that I use on this recipe. Kindly check out my description box if you want to try this recipe out. I'll list everything in the description box, okay? So now I'm going to wash my spinach. After washing it, I'm going to give it a rinse, okay? So stay connected. Now I am going to cut my vegetable spinach, okay? I'm going to do it in an African way. This is how we normally do it in Africa. We cut our vegetable leaf with our hands, okay? But if you want to try this recipe at home but you don't know how to cut your vegetables leaf with your hands, you can as well use any other help machine, or you can as well use any other thing that can help you cut your vegetable spinach, okay? Okay, then stay connected and I catch you again in the next part of this video. And please guys, make sure you be careful when you are cutting your vegetables so you cannot cut your finger, okay? Even me too, when I'm doing it, I am even afraid, so I cannot cut my finger off. So you have to very be careful so you cannot cut your finger, okay? So guys, now I am done cutting my vegetable spinach into a tiny chunks. So as you can see, I cut it into a very tiny chunks. So now let's get into the next step of this recipe. Guys, into this recipe I am using hard chicken. Okay, you can as well use soft chicken. If you have soft chicken, you can use also any meat of your choice. You can use any amount of meat you have. Okay, and remind you, I have already washed my chicken and also I rinse it very thoroughly. Okay, I don't want anybody to come after me that I don't wash my chicken. I have already washed it very good. Okay. So now I am going ahead and just put all the other ingredients into the chicken. Okay, I will just add my cut onions or also any season that I'll be using on this recipe. And in here I have some Scotch bonnet pepper and ginger and garlic together. Okay, as you can see, I have already blended it, and I'm going to allow it to boil for 10 minutes. Okay, so after 10 minutes then I will show you again what to do next. Now I am going to add my oil into my pot. Okay, so if you can ask me the measurement of the oil, I don't have any measurement of this oil. Okay, you can as well use any measurement of your choice. Okay, but I advise you not to use too much of oil because too much of oil is not good. Okay, but just use any measurement of your choice. And now I am adding my seasoning cubes. On this recipe I am using jumbo and also Maggi. Okay, but you can use any other season of your choice, any other season of your taste. Okay, so guys, this groundnut is not optional. Okay, I advise you to use groundnut on this recipe if you want to try it at home. Okay, just use any amount of groundnut, but I advise you to use groundnut if you want to try this recipe that you are watching. Okay, just go ahead and use any amount of groundnut. It depends on the amount of the quantity spinach that you are using, but as for me, I'm not going to put too much of groundnut because I am not using too much of vegetable spinach. Okay, but if you are using large quantity, you have to use also large groundnut quantity. Okay, so I'll add my remaining onions into my pots. So I add some half cup of water into the chicken. Into this recipe, the most important thing is that we don't need too much water. Okay, so before you start this your recipe, you don't have to put too much water into it. Okay, so now I'm going to add my salt. If you have not done so already, make sure you add some salt and all your seasoning cubes, and make sure everything tastes good before you put your spinach into your pot. Okay, and before you put your spinach into the pot, you have to make sure everything gets dry. You don't see no water into the pot, then you can put your spinach into the pot. Okay, guys, this is what I am talking about. You have to make sure that no water remains into your pot before putting in your spinach or your red kidney beans. Okay, so now I am adding my red kidney beans into my pot. Okay, but this red kidney beans is optional. Okay, if you want, you can use it. If you don't like, you cannot use it. So as you can see on your screen, you can see the oil is standing on top of the chicken. You can even see the oil is standing on top of the pot. Okay, so this is how you should do before putting your spinach into the pot. Okay, so after that, you can go ahead and mix everything together and make sure the spinach visits everybody or everything into the pot. Okay, make sure all the other ingredients married each other. Okay, so continue watching your screen to the end of this vlog. God bless you. So guys, thank you so much for watching to the end. So as you can see, I am done cooking. So this is how my spinach vegetable is looking like. So sweet and delicious. I hope you guys will go and give it a try. Okay, so if you want to give this recipe a try, just kindly check out my description box for all the ingredients, and please don't forget to leave a thumbs up and also comment down below, share to friends and family, and also subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. Okay, so anytime I upload new video, you will be the first person to receive it. Just click that red writing, so anytime I upload new video, you will receive it. Okay, so see you in my next video. Bye.